Calm down. Okay. Hi guys, it's Denise. How are you today? Today I am making my chicken piccata as promised. I did a few things so we don't have to watch all the chicken fry. I also have a friend here, Tommy, who's going to hold my camera. So let's see if he's good at his camera holding technique. This is Tommy. Say hi. This is
Hello.
Tommy. He's here.
Cameraman,
and to learn how to make chicken piccata, because when he goes home, he's going to make it. Okay, so I started out, I'm going to do this really quick. I started out already, remember our chicken cutlets that we seasoned? Don't go far, Tom. Don't go far. Remember the chicken cutlets we seasoned yesterday with some pink Himalayan salt, pepper, and some garlic powder. I fried up a couple of them because what you're going to do in the beginning of this dish is you're going to put a couple turns in the pan of olive oil in the pan. You're going to get that hot, and what you want to do is you want to sear the chicken breast on both sides, and I did some of that already, so it would be done already. As you can see, it's brown on both sides, and that'll be done, and then it'll finish cooking in the pan when you're all done putting all the goodness in there. So what I'm going to do right now is start. As soon as Tommy can hold the phone. I'm so used to not having two hands. I'm so excited. All right, Tom. So let's see.
amateur camera guy.
Yeah, look at Tommy. Yeah, I got Tommy here today. Okay, so we're gonna flip it around, and now this is where I want you to show, and I gotta give him. This is where I want you to see. This is what's cooking. I want you to show the pan and when I'm doing stuff. You got it?
Yeah, I got
Can you
it.
get that close?
Yeah, I think
all right,
so.
awesome. All right. Hey! 2 hands! Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've had this getting hot already, so good. It's ready to just get a good sear. Well, maybe not. It wasn't hot enough because it was boiling. Don't look at my splattery stove either, because I made those and it splattered and I didn't clean it. So these are going to start searing. We're going to get both of these done, seared on both sides, and we're going to put it over here. And then what you need for this dish is, you got this? Can you get this over here? What you need for this dish is some butter. I use Kerrygold butter, grass-fed butter, some lemons. I have about 3 lemons. You might need more, you might need less. Some capers, about a teaspoon of capers. And I have like 6 cloves of garlic. You can use as much as you want, as little as you want. It doesn't matter. I always like more garlic. And some freshly cut up parsley. And probably about 3 cups of chicken broth is what you're going to do in there, because you're going to want a lot of juice to soak up this chicken piccata. Now, all right, go back up. You can put it on me now. So, I got 2 hands.
All right, nice. Woo.
So, I forgot what I was going to say already. See, I got nervous about the 2 hands. Okay, so we're going to sear these, and no, I know what I wanted to say. Yes, everybody's got their own recipe for this. I've followed a recipe. I've worked in restaurants. I've learned a recipe. I've adapted my own. So all the experts out there, you can make it your own way, or you can do it my way. I have no complaints with mine. So hopefully you can do this. I'm going to show you how easy it is. I did forget one step that I skipped. When you get your chicken out of before you put it in the oil, you want to dredge that in some flour that has some salt and pepper in it. And dredge means dip it on one side, dip it on the other, so it's just coated with the flour, and then put it in the pan. We do low carb here most of the time, and I'm skipping that whole flour step, but go for it and put the flour on the chicken. It'll thicken up the sauce, but my sauce comes out thick enough because I let it cook down and reduce. But so this would have a coating of flour on it. Mine does not. Okay, so let me check this other side. See, I don't even know what to do with this ham. Get a little splattery. Now this is just olive oil and some chicken cutlets. Are you looking at the pan or are you looking at me?
I was looking at you.
Okay, pan now.
All right, pan.
Okay. You're going to get this to brown, and then we'll start the next step. Probably should have done the one side already, but that's all right. We could talk a little bit.
What's up, Mike Miola? I see Mike Miola's watching.
Tommy's got friends. Tommy's got friends. Oh, yeah, you can see who's watching. Let me say hello to everybody who's watching.
Yeah, I don't know him.
Actually, I would love if... Oh, hi, Chris. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Bianca. Mike Viola. Agnes, I'm so glad you're watching again. I would love if you guys... Okay, nice. I would love if you guys would do me a favor, because when I'm here by myself and I'm holding the phone, I can see all this stuff. If you guys could, like, say hi, make a comment, say something so I can interact with you, because when I noticed when I watch my videos, because yes, I watch them to see what I'm doing and not doing right, I noticed that when I interact, I forget what I'm doing. So I need to learn how to interact, cook, and explain and talk to you guys at the same time. So if you could say it, make a comment, I would appreciate it. And also, if you want to keep this recipe for yourself, share it. Put it on your timeline. Share it with someone who thinks they know how to make chicken piccata, but they don't know the Denise way. How about that? So this is almost done. This is almost brown. The oil splattering all over the place because I have it on really high, but that's all right. I just want to get this done for you guys. So you got the idea. It gets brown, and usually, like I said, this would have a coating of thin coating of flour on it, but I'm skipping the flour step, and that's not a problem. So I'm going to lower this heat a little bit because I'm about to put the garlic in, and you do not want to burn the garlic. First, I'm going to put probably, I don't know. Again, I don't measure, but I have some idea of what it is. About 2 tablespoons of butter. And you're going to let this butter melt down, so we definitely got to take this off the heat for a little bit because we will burn that garlic and it'll ruin the whole dish. I can tell by the way the butter, see how the butter is bubbling? That means that the garlic is going to burn when it hits there. Yeah. Oh, Tommy's got commentary. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's cool this off a little bit. I had it on low for a reason. I put it on high, and now it's too hot. So I'm actually going to grate this over here. Remember when I told you before, I like to grate my garlic with a microplane because it comes out really thin. Let me put a couple in there. See, that's a little too hot. That's going to burn. So I'm going to give it a few minutes. I hope you guys like chicken piccata. I will show, let me get this a few minutes to cool down. What I have over here, show over here. This is the riced cauliflower that I showed you guys how to make yesterday in the blender, or you can buy the frozen bag of cauliflower that comes riced, so it's little like this. I left some hunks because I like, that's why I do it on my own, because I like the hunks. I riced it, I put it in a pan, and I steamed it for, there was a lot here, so I steamed this for about 5 or 6 minutes. In water with a little steaming water and a lot of pink Himalayan salt to give it some flavor. I steamed it for about 5 or 6 minutes, tested it. I wanted it to still have a little bit of a bite, but not too mushy because then it's going to still cook later and you don't want to have mashed potatoes. You want to have this to be a little firm. So I steamed that for a little bit, and when it was done, I ran it under cold water in the strainer to stop the cooking process, and that is ready. And this is my substitute also for this because mostly it's served with pasta, angel hair pasta. You put the angel hair pasta plate, you put the chicken on top, and you put all the nice juice on there, and it's served with pasta. We are skipping the pasta, obviously, in this house, and we're using cauliflower. I've done it before. It's delicious. So, I think this might have cooled down just a little bit. Let's see, because, again, you do not want to burn your garlic. You don't want to burn your garlic because it'll ruin the whole dish. So I'm going to grate my garlic. I'm going to do it over here because it's still kind of bubbling, but it's good enough. I'm going to grate my garlic right in the pan. Watch the ends. You don't want to have grated fingers in there. Oh, and it's already starting to smell good. Smell that, Tom?
Mm-hmm. I'm totally eating it.
I'm actually going over
That's
here.
what's in it for me.
Because this is hot. This is hot. Olive oil tends to get really hot and keep. So I'm going to grate my garlic in here. I got about 6 cloves. You can do more or less. Again, do what you want to do. Look how gross that stove is. I got to clean that later. We're going to grate this garlic in here. Whoops. Whoop. See? It's better when I pre-grate, and then I don't have 2 hands. Oh my God. All right, so that's that. Get it all off on the bottom, and then you want to throw, so this is good. I'm going to just put this here. I throw in a couple lemons right away, and I'm going to get those brown. So it looks pretty when I plate it up and I put it on the plate. can't find. I can't find my tongs. Okay, I have other people in my kitchen sometimes that move stuff. Who shall remain nameless?
Not me.
They move stuff. So you want to do these, and you want to get them a little brown. Turn this garlic around a little bit. See, this is, I'm actually making a whole dish, and I usually don't do that. Throw the capers in there. And then while this is doing that, you also need some white wine for this. You also need some white wine. Any kind of Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, whatever you want. You want to go a couple turns in the pan with the wine. I don't measure, so maybe that's a cup. I don't know. So then you will turn the heat up because you're going to reduce this wine. I have garlic all over my arm. You're going to reduce this wine down. See, heats up, heats down, heats up, heats down. See, it's starting to bubble. So you're going to reduce this wine down, and it'll hold the flavor. I go by my pan. I know what it looks like. Again, it's probably like about a cup. I do have a recipe that I followed when I first found this, and well, I first found this years ago, and someone taught me how to make this restaurant that I used to work in. And I found another recipe, so I've adapted the two. But I'll post the recipe of the one that I found, which is quite similar to this. So you're going to reduce this down, and then you're going to add your chicken broth. And you could probably put about 3 cups of chicken broth in here. Or 4, I mean, if you like a lot of juice, I like a lot of juice because when I was eating it with pasta, it was really good with pasta, and my kids also like to eat just the pasta with the juice too. And I cut up the chicken, and this way it'll soak up this cauliflower. So look at that, Tom. Look at how it's, look at that, Tom. Look at how it's reducing. Don't you just love that? Who wants to look at Tommy again?
I'm ready to eat.
Who wants to look at Tommy again? Yeah. So I take these out after a while because sometimes the rind will leave a nasty flavor. And that's just going to be for decoration later and give it the flavor. I'm going to put some lemon juice in here next. Actually, I'm going to put the chicken broth in first. So I brought my measuring cup out so you guys can see. I usually don't measure. So actually, it's nice to know how much I actually put in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. 4 cups of chicken broth. Chicken stock. Now I make my own chicken stock too. I do make my own chicken stock. I know I'm a crazy lady. You can buy organic chicken stock in the carton. You can do whatever you want. I make my own. When I get chicken left over, and I put carrots and onions and garlic and parsley and some celery, and I cook it down and let that just sit on the stove for a few hours, and then I drain it, and then I freeze my broth. I know.
I'm trying to figure out how you were able to talk with one hand.
I could talk.
With one hand?
Cook, you mean?
No, talk.
Every time
You caught it.
Funny.
Yeah, I got jokes.
So, yes, I usually have my own chicken broth because I freeze it, and then this way I have it when I need it, because then I can control the sodium and what I put in it. Or you can just buy the low sodium one. You can buy the organic one. Up to you. Up to you. Tommy's a big Cubs fan, so he was happy to see me wear my Cub apron today. All right, let's not go all the way down. Come on now. So once this is like this, we're going to let this come to a boil. And I'm going to put some lemon juice in there. I'm going to squeeze about 3 lemons, and I just use my fork. I don't use a fancy anything. I use my fork and I squeeze. I don't think anybody needs to know how to get the juice out of a lemon. I like it very lemony, so I start off with 3. And when you want to get the juices going on your with your lemons or your limes, you roll it a few times, and it breaks it down, and it gets the juice to come out. Don't worry about the seeds, because you can pick those out when it's on the plate. People are going to see them; they're big enough. I put about 3 juice of 3 lemons in here. I'm very nervous because Bruno Brunetti might be watching this, and I'm sure he has his own version of this, but nobody complains about this, Bruno. And I should come to your restaurant and try your chicken piccata. So then that's what I do. I watch things, I eat things, I adapt, I make my own recipe. So there, that's that. What else? What did I forget? What did I forget? I don't know. I'm nervous for somebody here. Where's my spoon? Oh, I don't know. I don't know where my spoon is. So we're going to stir that. That's going to cook down. And then you're going to put your chicken back in the pot. I covered it so it steamed a little, and there's a lot of juice in there, as you can see. Where's my tongs? I can't find my tongs today. Oh, there they are. Okay. So you're going to lay your chicken back in here. You see how it's starting to bubble? That's when you're ready to put your chicken back in. And then that'll continue to cook, and it'll get the flavoring. This is going to be a long live, guys. I try to make it quick. But this is a long live. Somebody's calling Tommy, probably because they see him on live. Tommy, is it you? On Denise's Facebook. So you see all this juice that has come out of the chicken after I cook it? You want that, and you want to pour that in there too. So there you go. I let this cook for a good 15 minutes on high like this, and it'll thicken up. I put in, made a little bit of a mess here. Oh my goodness. I put in half of the parsley because it cooks, it loses its vibrancy, it doesn't look so pretty anymore. And then at the very end when it's all done cooking and I turn the fire off, then I'll put the rest of the parsley in there because then it'll give it fresh. And then when I serve it with fresh parsley as well. So I'm going to let this cook down. So basically, when you serve this, what I'm going to do is...
Feed Tom.
Huh?
You're going to feed
Tom.
Tom. That's right.
I'm going to feed Tommy. Tommy's here and all he wants is Illuminati's pizza.
That's not true. I'm totally killing that chicken
He's
piccata.
backing up to go get his beer right now. Yay.
Well, I'm on vacation. I can drink.
So, when I serve this, you normally would serve this with angel hair or any kind of pasta. When I serve this, I'm going to put this already steamed, so it's nice and soft still. It's nice and soft already, steamed cauliflower. And then I would, just going to show you what it looks like, and then I'll throw it back in the pan. And then I would put, let's find a nice piece, whatever. And then I would throw this on top. When it's all done, I'm going to put a picture of the finished product in the comments here. Is anybody making any comments?
Yeah, people are asking who's filming, nice, all kinds of stuff. I don't know.
I told you.
I'm not up with the technology stuff. I'm just trying not to screw up the film.
And then I would serve this. I would take this broth and I would pour it over. I'm not going to do it now because I want this to continue to cook and break and cook down. I'm going to throw this back in there because it's pretty much cooked. Now, the longer I cook this, the thicker it's going to get. So we skipped the whole flour. Okay, I think your job is done. Everyone say thank you to Tommy.
Bye, folks.
Bye, Tommy.
See ya.
Okay. Okay. So, this was a long video. I'm so sorry. But hey, whatever. We got our chicken breast that we marinated yesterday with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I had them marinating overnight because I like to marinate meat, and it tastes better that way. I seared them really quick on both sides to get them brown and in some olive oil. You can dip them in flour first and still do that same searing process. And it makes like a little breading coating on top. You can totally do that. I'm skipping the whole flour part. And then when that is done, you put about 2 tablespoons of butter. I'll type this in at the bottom, but I'm going to explain it really quick. You put 2 tablespoons of butter, let that go down and then you grate like 6 cloves of garlic in there. I'm looking over here because I'm trying to remember what I did. 6 cloves of garlic, and you put the slices of lemon in there to get them brown and pretty. Then you put about 2 turns of some Chardonnay or White Zinfandel. Not White Zinfandel. Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio. You don't want the pink stuff. No, we don't like the pink stuff. Chardonnay or some Pinot Grigio in there. 2 turns of the pan of wine. So it's about a cup of wine. Let that reduce down to thicken. And then I put about 4 cups of chicken broth. You can buy store-bought or make sure it's organic and low sodium because you want to control your sodium. Put that in there. And then I squeezed about 3 lemons in there. And I put some of the parsley and I put the chicken back in the pan. Put chicken in the pan. Hit the wrong button! Oh, sorry. You put it back in the pan, and as you can see, the steam is coming out and it's cooking down, and that is going to thicken this sauce up as it steams away. It's going to get a little thicker, and that's what I like. I like a thicker sauce. The flour will definitely make it thicker, but I'm skipping the whole flour process. Yeah, no pink stuff. Okay, I'm going to go back and talk to everybody because I'm just going to make this the longest video ever. Then I put some parsley in there. I put a little parsley in there and I'm gonna let this cook down 15 minutes or so, and then I'll cover it and let it just sit under a low heat and warm. Serve it with angel hair pasta or any kind of pasta you want, or with the cauliflower, the steamed cauliflower, because that's how we're doing it with the low carb. That's a low carb option, the cauliflower, not the pasta. Put the chicken breast right on top of it and put the juice on it, and it is good. Okay, I'm going to look and make this video as long as possible, I guess. Raymond, I'm stalking again. Yes, you are, Raymond. The door's open. I talk with my hands too. Hi, Audrey. Thanks for tuning in. Gina's watching. Hey, Gina. I'm so glad, Mito. Thank you for tuning in. Jen, I know it's a good dish. This is a great dish. It's refreshing, it's delicious, it's chicken, and that's it. I think I'm done. If you liked what you saw, I promise these won't be so long anymore, but it was so nice to have Tommy here to hold the camera for me, wasn't it? And I can use both hands, even though I don't think I even did. I use both hands to talk.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I don't know how you do it holding that camera.
I use both hands to talk. So if you like what you saw, please share this if you think anybody's interested in this recipe. Oh, it's getting so hot in here today. Share this with anybody who's interested in chicken piccata. Again, this is my version of chicken piccata. Everyone has their own way of doing it. There's no really, as far as I'm concerned, cooking, there's no real good or bad way to do anything. You just throw it together, and if it tastes good, then you've made a dish. All right, that's it. I'm out. I think I told you everything I wanted to tell you. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for watching. I will post a picture and what I did in the comments under this video, and yeah, that's it. There it is, bubbling away. There's the chicken piccata. It's delicious. I can smell the lemon. I can smell the garlic. I can smell everything. Thank you for filming, Tommy. Isn't he
all right, guys.
Cute?
Have a good one.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. He's on vacation. I'm not on vacation. All right, guys. Have a good day, rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow maybe. All right. Bye.